Live, local, from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on.
Nelson Mandela once said, quote, "If I had my time over, I would do the same again. So would any man who dares to call himself a man."
Tonight, the global community honors a man whose courage shaped his times and broke the back of apartheid in his beloved South Africa.
Right now, Erin is a tropical storm again in the eastern Atlantic.
Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Steve Wiggles off the top tonight with new information we've just learned minutes ago. Steve?
Yeah, now a tropical storm. It's going to flip-flop back and forth the last couple of days.
Now the concern is really putting the remaining fire out. Also, the smoke in the morning that's going to slow down drivers. Tonight, we have live Team 5 coverage of all angles. News Channel 5's Jeff Skrypek begins it all inside a neighborhood where this fire broke out. What's happening there now, Jeff?
Sadly, I also must inform you that a 15-year-old student who suffered a significant gunshot wound is currently listed in critical condition.
Right now, we're learning more about the victim and the gunman involved in a high school shooting in Centennial, Colorado, just a few miles from Littleton.
New at 11, Pop Warner to college to pro. As you take a look at that arc, is it a dream journey or a collision course with growing evidence about concussion dangers? The Pop Warner League faces a record decline, and Jeff Skrypek's talking to a doctor and to parents. He's live in West Palm Beach. Jeff.
Tonight, Eric Shinseki, head of Veterans Affairs, stepped down as failings in the VA medical system, such as long, sometimes deadly delays for care, came to light.
Now, a local veteran hoping the change on the federal level will trickle down to the local level and help resolve problems he's battling.
Your odds of winning the Powerball are very, very low.
How long? Well, you've got a better chance of getting hit by...
I wonder what that is.
Lightning.
Yes. Was that in the forecast for today?
Or
winning an Oscar. Well, you get our drift, right?
Well, the big question, will this wild weather continue through the weekend? Storm Team meteorologist James Whelan joins us off the top with the latest. James.
Tonight, live Team 5 coverage from Palm Beach County to the Treasure Coast. First, though, where Isaac is right now and the impact it's having on all of us. An emotional first day in the sentencing hearing for Tyler Hadley, who pleaded no contest to murdering his parents.
His best friend testifying Tyler tried to kill his parents one time before, but backed out.
This comes as the state and the defense fight over whether Hadley should ever be released.
Storm Team meteorologist James Whelan outside right now. James, let us know how low things will go tonight.
Yeah, John, it is chilly out here
Well, right now, thousands of people in our area will be attending sunrise services for Easter.
And Storm Team meteorologist James Whelan joining us now with a look at what they can expect in the morning. James?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And a lot.
Local coverage you can count on.
All she was trying to do is keep him safe.
Tonight, this woman is in custody. This her new mugshot, and a 2-year-old Riviera Beach boy reportedly with her is safe.
Now, police arrested 36-year-old Cassandra Edmonds more than 1,000 miles away. You can see it here on the map. She was found in Minnesota. This after apparently taking off with the toddler, Laurel Johnson. Megan McRoberts now to explain how investigators ended up finding both of them. Megan?
Well, John and Tanya's investigators in Minnesota were already on the lookout for Edmonds. They found her today here in Woodbury, Minnesota at a shopping mall. They were able to find her by tracing bings from her cell phone. The boy, however, was not with her. He was found shortly after in Duluth, about 150 miles north, with a family member. Now, Edmund's sister spoke exclusively with me earlier. She says she knew all along that that boy would be found safe.
Right now, you are looking live on your left at the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri, where it is a bone-chilling 6 degrees there.
And on the right, downtown West Palm Beach, where residents throughout our area will soon feel a change in the air.
Storm Team meteorologist James Whelan in the Weather Center with the big changes we could expect with our weather. James?
John, thanks a lot.
Thrilling finish on the course at this year's Honda Classic.
Now some local businesses are hoping the bottom line is way over par.
The Honda Classic has proven to be one of the more profitable times of the year.
News Channel 5's Megan McRoberts is live in Palm Beach Gardens with that story. Megan?
Well, John and Tanya, it's not
Local coverage you can count on.
Right now, severe weather, tornado damage here in Florida.
And a snowstorm hammering the Northeast tonight. We've got it all covered. In Washington, D.C., the Senate is debating the bipartisan budget deal.
The measure was just passed by the House of Representatives. And while the House has been bitterly divided over the past year, the breakthrough spending agreement raises hopes that Congress and the White House will end this year on a harmonious note.
Brian Moore now with the latest.
John, Tanya, the House found a way to...
As a state bill aimed at strengthening the punishment for texting while driving will be voted on this week.
It would raise a maximum sentence for causing a deadly accident while texting to 30 years in prison.
Megan McRoberts live now with more on what drivers think of this plan. Megan?
Right now, a graphic new ad campaign set to hit the airwaves tomorrow aims to deter drivers, especially teens, from texting behind the wheel. News Channel 5's Megan McRoberts is live with how local drivers are reacting. And we should warn viewers, it is intense. Megan?
Well, Tanya,
some Jensen Beach homeowners say they have some unwanted pests swarming their homes. Homeowners in the Beacon 21 senior community say hundreds of bees have been swarming one of the properties for months.
It's local coverage you can count on.
Game day is finally here. After 2 weeks of celebrations, parties, and practices, the Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks are moments away from kicking off Super Bowl 48.
A pedestrian is dead after being struck by one car and run over by another in St. Pete Beach. The accident happened at the 4900 block of Gulf Boulevard. Right now, you should have a new route planned to work in the morning if you usually drive along the Flagler Memorial Bridge.
It's scheduled to close at 6 a.m. and won't reopen for 6 months due to construction work. Megan McRoberts live on Palm Beach with more on what the town's doing to minimize those problems. Megan.
Well, everyone,
Right now, Sunfest down to the final few hours before the 5-day music festival wraps up.
This year, a medical team is on site for the first year to make sure the festival was as safe as possible for the big crowds. Megan McRoberts is there with a look at the success of that new edition. Megan? Fireworks are over. The final band has left the stage. Crowds are clearing. Sunfest officially wrapped up its 33rd year.
Looking live at Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. People heading home from the big event. Organizers giving this week a big thumbs up.
I dread when my phone rings on a Saturday or Sunday morning.
Right now, the Urban League of Palm Beach County is cleaning up after a 5th break-in in just 2 years. The CEO telling us the break-ins don't just cost the nonprofit, but also the families it serves. Megan McRoberts live outside the Urban League with that story. Megan?
Well, Tanya, the CEO tells me he has tried to...
Local coverage you can count on.
Right now, the first major winter storm of 2014 taking aim at New England after battering the Midwest. National Weather Service officials say the winter storm pounding the Northeast has dumped now nearly 2 feet of snow and...
Well, a freeze warning in effect for the Treasure Coast. As Steve was mentioning, a freeze watch for inland Palm Beach County. It's going to get downright cold.
It certainly is, and because of that, we do have team coverage around the area.
Right now on News Channel 5.
Right now, many streets and people drying out after torrential rains sweep through parts of northeast Palm Beach County. Heavy rain closing some roads in the Jupiter area.
Tonight we have live Team 5 coverage. News Channel 5's Elizabeth Harrington starts it off with a road that did see some flooding tonight. Elizabeth?
Many of us have stress on the job, but how many have the most stressful job? Maybe it's yours.
You're watching WPTV News Channel 5. Local coverage you can count on, back in 60 seconds.
When the Golden Globes were handed out tonight, you saw a wide range of emotions. Winners and losers alike will say a lot with their body language. News Channel 5 morning anchor Mike Trim shows you how your body language can give away how you or someone else is thinking.
Right now on News Channel 5.
Tonight, a teenager continues to recover after being shot in City Place in West Palm Beach. This as police continue their search for the shooter.
Megan McRoberts has the story.
New at 11, 2 stories, one of survival, the other of safety. How do you make sure you don't end up in a life or death struggle on the water? This has Rob Conrad, the former Miami Dolphins fullback, who once fought for touchdowns, fought to survive while lost at sea, and he won. Ashley Henson has his tale of incredible survival. Ashley?
Michael, we're hearing from Conrad for the first time just days after a freak accident left him facing the biggest opponent of his life, an unforgiving open ocean.
Right now on News Channel 5.
Right now, the countdown to history. Live pictures from the South Palm Beach County Courthouse in Delray Beach, where in exactly 1 hour, the first recognized same-sex weddings in our area are set to take place.
I'm lifting this day.
Cheers in the courtroom after a federal judge's decision gives Miami-Dade County a half-day head start.
And minutes later, with an exchange of rings, a lesbian couple there becomes the first ever to be legally married in Florida.
It is the time gay and lesbian couples have waited for years, even decades.
Made possible after federal and state judges said Florida's 2008 voter-approved ban on gay marriage is unconstitutional. It is a sweeping decision that now makes Florida the 36th state in the nation where gay marriage is legal. News Channel 5's Michelle Quesada begins our live team coverage for Delray Beach, where a group wedding is set for 1 minute after midnight. Michelle?
Michael, Kelly, couples are getting their marriage applications processed right now, and in just about an hour, all of these couples will be getting married. Tonight has been about celebrations and about moving forward with what supporters call marriage equality. John and Sheldon Goldstein share one last dance before they do what they've been waiting to do for the past 17 years.
And we begin with breaking news right now. Police investigating a shooting at City Place in downtown West Palm Beach.
The area is closed off, just reopened. That's where Megan McRoberts is now live with the very latest. Megan?
Well, John and Tanya, police have since cleared the scene out here tonight.
Thousands of police officers turn out to say farewell to Wenjin Liu, one of 2 NYPD officers gunned down in an ambush attack 2 weeks ago.
While family members expressed their profound loss, New York's mayor lauded the fallen officer's kindness and service.
Brian Moore has the story.
John, Tanya, police officers from around the country made it clear the Liu family